Did you get all that stuff off your desk?
Ready to rock? Oh, perfect.
I mean, you're live.
Okay. Okay, good. Good. That's all right.
I'm hanging with all my friends.
You have to turn your.
No, I'm not feeling great, and so I don't want to get them sick.
Turn that down?
Yeah.
Or off?
Off.
Okay. I thought I did that, but okay.
All right, can you hear me now? We're good. You can't hear me. Okay.
That's because he is on. Councilwoman Garvey, can you hear everybody?
Yes, I can, thank you.
Okay.
This was very easy, thank you.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes.
Do I keep my mic muted? Or do I unmute
No.
it when we start?
Yeah, unmute it when
Right,
we
this
start.
right here? Okay. Because I hear the echo.
On your speaker's supposed to be muted, but not your mic.
I see that it keeps unmuting itself. That's so bizarre. I mean, you told me to mute it just now. And I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Teams is a funny animal that way.
If you do you mind if I look?
No, go for it. Yeah, because I mute it, then it unmutes on
If
its
you
own.
pop your Teams open though,
Okay.
because if you unmute it here, it turns both your speakers and
Oh.
your mic on. So you have to go in Teams.
This one. Ah! There you go.
So the three. Well, you don't have this. Well, yours isn't all the way blown out. That's why. Can you hit that
Oh,
little
yeah.
maximize there? So if you hit those three dots,
Yeah.
and then you go to audio settings right there. So you have two settings here, so you have to do them independently on this one. So one is for your microphone and one for your speaker. So if you want to turn your microphone, you actually have to click there, because if you click that, it opens them both.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Okay?
Thank you.
Can you do something for me? So that 2019 comprehensive plan management, can you give me a big one like that?
You better attend the next meeting. Brendan said, I'll take him home. Okay.
Well, I can give them to the judge, and they're pitching that they want a big giant
You
map.
want the 2019. The 2019.
The 2019 land use map. So this was the 2020 comp plan says, oh, by the way, we're still using the 2019 map. That's just kind of all right. Okay. I mean, my Jeff is like the king of printers. Yeah. And old phones. And like, what do you call those things that isn't a calculator?
Abacus.
Yeah. It's got a bunch of those things too. I'm like, you're a strange dude. I figure ex-army might have like a bunch of guns or something. Nope. Printers. And he shows off too. He comes up with this like old phone. He goes,
I should give him my old Nextel one. The first flip.
yeah, like big brick one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 5 o'clock.
You ready? Tiff, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. We'll call the meeting to order. Tiff, please take the roll.
Councilwoman Workala.
Present.
Councilman Harjo.
Present?
Councilwoman Garvey. Speakers off.
Present.
Councilman Brennan.
Present.
Mayor Sykes.
President, let the record reflect that we do have a quorum. We'll run, or for, sorry, I'm a little foggy today, for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. I'll run down recognizing person in the audience. Would anybody like to get up and speak?
Wouldn't be a council meeting without it, right? I promise, Mr. Mayor, these remarks will be shorter than last time. Mr. Mayor, I'm Decker Sanders. I reside at 1690 Fairway Court in Mountain Home, and thank you for this opportunity. This evening, as you address old business item number 1, I ask that you look at it with fresh eyes and clear purpose. At the last council meeting, there were mixed comments and a concern that less than a productive advisory board, as some now long past, would be the most likely result unless a substantial portion of the board were non-golfers. An example of an accountant was mentioned. Within the community of golfers in Mountain Home, you will find nearly every professional trade represented. Among those, you will find former members of the mayor's office, including public works directors and city treasurers, and yes, even mayors. There are golfers from construction trades, real estate, and the legal system. Our golfing community is, in many ways, mirrors of our community as a whole. This board would be selected from volunteers. As a board of volunteers, it is critical for success that 1, the volunteers have a meaningful job to perform that directly relates to their values and, yes, what they are passionate about. 2, they are provided the information, the mechanisms, and the resources to perform the work. And 3, they are recognized for their work and can see the results of their work advancing the cause to which they volunteer. You have all, at one time or another, volunteered. If you will recall those times and consider the points I just provided, you cannot deny the truth of it. I have advocated from the start that there is an opportunity to do what the city has so far not done. Produce a comprehensive plan for the most expensive amenity in the city's budget. If the city council is willing to reinstate the board that does not provide a clear task for it to perform, with the assistance and cooperation of the city's golf staff, the board will fail. That failure will not be the board's. It will be yours. Thank you.
Thanks, Becker. Anybody else? Sir, come on up.
Yeah, I'm Bill Van Handel, a business owner here in town. And the topic I want to approach again tonight is the same as last week, and that is the idea of maps at public meetings. And to illustrate whatever it is we're talking about, be it discussions of easements, land exchange, land purchases, zoning, etc. And I know already within city function, certain departments, maps are required for a building permit, when there's a contention between land disputes, that sort of thing. And just at the very closure of the last meeting 2 weeks ago, Daniel Brennan brought up and made a request about basically about PDFs or by overhead files during the meetings, but then a part of the permanent record. And it just kind of, at least from what I could tell, the subject wasn't pursued and the meeting was over, etc. So I just wanted to bring that to the floor again and ask if there is a procedure or a requirement when people do come for presentation of a requirement, at least request for the visual aids on the projectors at a minimum. And then I like Daniel's suggestion too. In fact, I can't see why it wouldn't be, but that it would be part of the permanent record. So I would just like to keep that in the conversation, not just have it, drop off the map, so to speak, of last meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Bob, you ready?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to real quick
Please state your name, Rod, so that the mic catches it.
Rod Dudley. Is that enough?
Yeah. Just so she knows the difference between.
Okay. I wanted to thank, I'm not sure who, but the city for sure, for the fiber at the cemetery. I know that seems strange, but we were able to get on there, actually Alan did, and locate my parents' plots, my little sister's plots. And not only was that kind of nice, it was cool that you could go in to the lineage of my family and know where my grandparents were buried and all that stuff. So I think that that's a wonderful thing. I teased about my mother finally getting her fiber optic. So there you go. Anyway, the other is I want to say that I haven't been, since I was a little kid, to Air Force Appreciation Day and enjoyed it as much as I did this last weekend. It was probably the biggest crowd I've ever seen, and to be a part of it was really an honor. So I just wanted to say thank you to the city and everybody that was involved in it. Thanks, guys. Yes.
From my cell phone, some choice with that song.
Well, I know people are dying again.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Anyone else? Come on down.
I don't know if this is part of it or not, but no business here. Address. Is this the ag place out on Daniels Road? When we talk about this. So, what are they able to? What do they plan on doing there? Are they able to discuss that at all?
This isn't the ag place you're talking about. Ag equity is a property.
Oh, okay. That's property. I thought maybe it's at the ag place and you guys were swapping that after they already built that nice building or something. Okay. What's this, I don't understand these resolutions, what's this numbers mean?
We have to number it, Mayor.
Go ahead, Tiff.
We have to Don, we have to number our resolutions and our ordinances to track them for our system. So they, like, this is the 17th one of this year with the year behind it, if that makes sense.
17th, I didn't know the year behind.
It's the 17th resolution that's came before the city council in 2025.
But it's not specific to anything like that.
No, it is. It's to amend their area of impact map.
Oh. So we're cutting back on the impact piece.
No, we're adjusting the city's area of impact map. And that it has to have a resolution type.
So how far is that? Is that to come?
So Don, the 3 minutes is for you to speak your mind, and this isn't a question and answer
I'm
portion.
just concerned whether you're taking up more of the outside property other than what's within the city, is what I'm doing. Expanding out further where you guys can't really do much. There's no water, no sewer. No lagoons. That's mainly it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thanks, Don. Anybody else? All right, we'll run down to the agenda, the consent agenda. Council, I know it's huge. All of 3. Any questions comments, anything you want to pull? Is there anything that you need more clarification on?
Mayor,
Councilman Harjo?
we skipped over conflict of interest declaration.
Oh, you're right, sorry. Council, has any council member received information pertaining to or otherwise had any contact with any persons regarding any items on the city council? If so, please set forth nature of contact. Hearing none, we'll run down the consent agenda. Council, what do you want to do with the consent agenda?
Mayor,
Councilman Harjo.
make a motion to accept the consent agenda as printed.
Second.
Been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilwoman Workla.
Aye.
Councilman Brennan.
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey. Councilman Harjo.
Aye.
Okay. Run down to old business, action on deliveries decision regarding creation of Golf Advisory Committee. Council,
Mayor.
Councilwoman Workla.
So we discussed this at the last meeting. I brought it back as an action item so it can be voted on tonight. Just a couple things to remember. It's always best to hear from the citizens about the functionality of the golf course. Also, there hasn't been an advisory committee since 2014. So I think we can give it a try, and if the citizens don't think it's something we need or is useful, then we could suspend the committee, but I think it's worth at least pursuing. And also with the number of concerns and issues that have risen with the golf course in the past couple of years, again, I think this is worth exploring. But I'm happy to hear what the other council members would like to put in on this tonight.
Mayor,
Councilman Harjo.
I think my question, and this is rhetorical for the council to consider, is that in some of the instances of what were used as references to equate to the Golf Advisory Board, the Airport Advisory Board is composed of a group of people in aeronautics and aviation in a very technical field that could result in catastrophe if not brought to conclusion on various aspects of safety and operation. While I understand the sentiment of a golf advisory board, there remains a lot of question for me in that, is it assumed then that the golf advisory board would have line authority over budget or personnel, which is not statutorily supported, nor is it really within the best interest, I think, of the operation. I feel like some people are going to disagree with me on that, and that's okay. I see very different perspective from the necessity of such a board, and using the Airport Advisory Committee as the comparative, I don't think is apples to apples.
All right. We have a motion, either direction.
Mayor,
Councilwoman Workla.
I'll make a motion to approve the creation of a golf advisory committee. Again, what was mentioned tonight was spot on. A board of volunteers with a comp plan that corresponds with the city golf staff and the city hall staff, and just see what we can have as a shell, and then present that back to the committee before the golf advisory committee is implemented. How's it not?
Was that okay?
That was a motion.
There's a motion on the table. Is there a second? Hearing none, it dies.
Becky,
Oh, did she?
Councilwoman Garvey, go ahead and repeat. Councilwoman Garvey.
My apologies. I did not hear anything Jenny just said.
Okay, that was a mouthful.
Is your mic
Not
muted?
even a word. I apologize. Not a thing.
All right, so there's been a motion on the table. You want to explain that one, Jenny, again?
Yeah, let me make sure my mic's not muted. It's not muted.
I'm
Does that look good?
It looks like you're up.
I'm like dual task.
Councilwoman Garvey, can you hear me?
I can hear Tiffany very well, but I could not hear anything Jenny said.
Can you hear Jenny now?
Can you hear me now? Oh. Do I need to come over there?
Here, use my mic.
Okay.
Here, just speak into it.
I can hear Jenny laughing.
Oh,
Sorry, Councilwoman. Sorry, Councilwoman. We're having some technical difficulties with microphones.
I did hear Rod's ha ha ha. In the background. You can't miss his voice.
Councilwoman Garvey, can you hear me if I hold it right up to my mouth?
Apologize. Yes, thank you.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. It needs to be closer to my mouth. Okay, let me try this again. All right, Mayor.
Councilwoman.
Okay, I would like to make a motion.
Jenny, are you talking?
Oh my gosh.
It's your whole system.
Just speak into this one
All
for a
these
moment.
mics are picking each other out.
Okay.
Maybe your mic's committing suicide.
Stop it. Focus. Stay focused.
Councilwoman Garvey, how do you copy? Councilwoman Garvey, how do you copy? What is it? Am I in a dead zone? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it should be.
Just unplug it.
Oh man, we're good. Okay. All right.
Now I can hear you, Jenny.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So my motion was,
Sorry. I can't get Becky unless they turn my mics on. Sorry, guys.
okay. So my motion was to create a golf course advisory committee. It would be a board of volunteers. It would have a comp plan established with the city golf staff and the city hall staff, collaborating together. In my mind, when I was thinking of Councilman Harjo, he said about budget authority. I didn't think anything about having that, but so with that, since there's a lot of thought to be with that, create a shell mean like a rough draft of what potentially this committee could look like, and then be presented back to council before the committee is implemented. That's my motion. No.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
There.
Councilwoman Garvey.
I would second that, if I felt that it actually would come to fruition. I think it's a great idea. And Jenny, if you would be willing to spearhead it and work on it and get it going, I think it's a great idea. But, I'll second it. We'll see where it goes from there.
It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilwoman Garvey.
Aye.
Councilwoman Workla.
Aye.
Councilman Harjo.
I think at the point where we're uncertain if this advisory committee is going to have line authority or budget authority, my vote is nay.
Councilman Brennan.
Nay.
The mayor votes nay. All right. Any other deliberation decisions regarding the creation of Golf Advisory Committee? All right. Hearing none, we'll go down to number 2, action item deliberation decision concerning the declaration of the intent of the city to exchange city-owned real property for real property owned by Ag Equity LLC and set a public hearing date October 14, 2025.
originally had set the public hearing date for September 23rd, and we missed it by 1 day of public notification, so we have to push it out until the 14th. So,
Mayor.
or we could have a special meeting, but I didn't think that was necessary.
Councilman Harjo.
Being that this is just a matter of formality to align dates, I'll make a motion to approve deliberation decision concerning the declaration of intent of the city to exchange city-owned real property for real property owned by Ag Equity LLC and set a public hearing date of October 14th, 2025.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Harjo.
Aye.
Councilwoman Workla.
Aye.
Councilman Brennan.
Aye.
Councilwoman Garvey.
Aye.
Run down to action item deliberation decision to amend resolution 1725R and authorize the mayor to sign. Tiffany.
Mayor, Council, this is back before you. Mr. Van Handel, we did print maps this time. I was really working to do that for everybody and for Councilman Brennan. So the reason it's back before you is the discussion, Councilman Brennan brought up Canal Road. Canal Road was not at all in your guys's draft that is on the board, or you don't have it.
Which version would you
It's
like?
this one, Councilman Harjo, that has this pink line. It should have
Yep.
been an image sent
Yep,
direct to you. Vanna White now,
there we go.
and I don't have my mic. So the pink line, it's this. This sits behind what is Wilson Circle, Cary Drive. That's the boundary line of their subdivision. This line right here is in fact Canal Road, and this is open ag land right now being farmed. And so as staff and your guys' original marks, it was behind this subdivision. And so that's where the line, we would like it to stay, because again, in the discussion, the likelihood that this be annexed in 5 years will probably not occur. But as staff, we wanted to make sure we brought it back to you all because of Councilman Brennan's discussion and thought that it went to Canal when in fact it did not go to Canal Road.
And then the I-84.
Yeah, so if there's no,
Councilman Brennan.
That's the last time I'm an artist in the group.
okay.
I don't have any objections to where the line is currently out on the map, the pink line. If the council wanted to push it a little further, like northwest to the actual canal road where we meant it to be, I'm okay with that too.
I think statutorily, you need to really consider if that if those properties have the potential in the next 5 years to be annexed in, considering the existing boundary subdivision has sat built for however long and is not annexed into the city of Mountain Home. So if we're done with that topic, then to the one we really need handled for the boundary line to clean it up is now going to be this proposal. So the motion that sat at the end of our last meeting was to come to option 1, which came all the way out to what is Beeman Road. And to clean the parcel up, you'd have to go to this blue line, to Beeman, across Canyon Creek, and down. Which again, I think at the staff level, the likelihood in 5 years that this be annexed in doesn't exist. So as staff, we'd like to take it to the interstate boundary parcel line right here, just south of the interstate, and present that map at that with those modifications. What's your vote? Councilman Brennan, does that make sense?
I'm tracking what you're saying.
Okay, okay.
So council, what do you want to do?
Mayor,
Councilman Harjo.
through our discussions in that special meeting, it was stated openly by our legal counsel a number of times that just because a property may not exist within the assigned or declared area of impact, that it could not be annexed if it's not in that, that it very well can be annexed. While at this juncture, I don't believe we have a target to reach nearly as far as what our previous area of impact looked like along that corridor of I-84 all the way out to the interchange where Burger King is at, and we've reduced back quite a bit. I definitely appreciate staff taking a look into the details of the lines as we had hoped originally and identified. I will make the motion to amend Resolution 17-2025R, encompassing the staff's recommendation on the area of impact in the area to include the areas of Wilson Circle and associated and go no farther west, and not encompass the agricultural area, as well as encompassing what was given to us as option C along the corridor of I-84 along Canyon Creek.
Mayor,
Councilman Brennan?
I'm okay with all of that. I'd still like to keep the portion on the north side of the interstate as outlined in the yellow line.
Councilman Brennan, we can't do that because it divides that parcel. Those are clean parcels. You have to take the whole thing.
That's what, isn't the yellow the whole thing?
No, blue.
Which one is?
A?
It's not. On his, it's,
On ours, this
Councilman
is the,
Brennan not have this?
no.
it's this one, so.
So the red line, the red line divides. So where, Councilman Brennan, you see the red line on your map?
Yeah.
That red line is the existing. That is divided exactly in half of that parcel. So that both those parcels have to go all the way up to Beeman. The yellow lines are each parcel identifier. Does that make sense? Where I told you they all look like hexagons and pentagons earlier.
To the top of the yellow, right?
Yeah, so
Just on top of it.
I'm trying to see which map number that I'm looking at, but the one that's zoomed out further with the greater yellow line, that is not following any particular lot line. It's hard to tell when they're laid over each other.
Hang on, I'm gonna text you a picture of the map on the TV screen. Does that work? Okay, I just texted you the map that we're looking at here in the council chambers.
Okay. See if it'll come through while I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that there.
Yeah, so each yellow line identifies each specific parcel. So the red line is your existing line that we had drew when we met, right? Which doesn't you have to take the whole parcel in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So either to clean it, you're gonna take in 10 parcels and go all the way to Beeman, or you need to come down south of the interstate.
Yeah, and the furthest east, furthest east red line that basically goes up and down on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a hidden yellow line under that red line?
Mm-mm. He's talking about not that one, the opposite one, I think. The John Dodge's pit on the left-hand side. That one. Is there a yellow line underneath that?
Oh, probably.
No, there's
I
not.
don't think so, because
There's not.
Assuming there is, I would say take that and take the
Can you pull
line
up
all the way up to
county
Beaman.
parcel? We're gonna pull up county parcel.
So this is that parcel
Yes.
that has the red line through it that would, sorry, Mayor.
Go ahead, Councilman.
This parcel that I'll highlight and unhighlight so we can get it, the text out of the way. This is the parcel that is bisected by the red line. It does not, it is a big chunk of property.
She's gonna snap up.
Councilman Brennan, we're gonna send you another picture here in just a second.
Okay.
You should get the county parcel map now.
Okay, so as I see it, there is not a yellow line under the, essentially, there's not a line where that red line is
Correct.
for yellow. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Okay.
Council, what do you want to do? You want to go to the I-84 on that top? We'll go all the way up to, was it Beaman?
There's a motion.
Mayor.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
did a
Councilman
motion.
Harjo. You're right. There was a motion. Can you state that again? I'm sorry.
Mayor, I'll restate the motion. The motion consisted of excluding the ag land behind Wilson Circle that we'd originally identified and excluding anything north of the I-84 overpass at Canyon Creek. And to amend the resolution 17-2025R.
Is there a second?
Well, second, yeah.
All right. It's been motioned and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. Councilman Harjo?
Aye.
Councilwoman Workala?
Aye.
Councilman Brennan?
Alright.
Councilwoman Garvey?
I am recusing from the vote, please.
Okay. All right, we're down to new business. Items removed, there were none. Final comments, council,
Mayor.
Councilwoman Workala.
So I had a senior citizen concerned with her water bill. She reached out asking if a petition could be started to give senior citizens a break with their water bills. I'm going to paraphrase Paul here. No citizen can be charged more than their proportionate share. Thus, if we undercharge seniors, where is the deficit made up from? It can't be from other users, which makes sense. So then I asked the question to the mayor and City Hall if we could put an option on the water statement where citizens can donate extra to their water bill if they wish. And then that money gets put into another GL line in the budget. Paula, you said that we have a GL open for contributions, 01-374-50-00 Mountain Home Cares, but no one has ever donated to it. So Mayor, you mentioned this GL line hasn't gained much traction, but you were going to look into getting it publicized more. So I just wondered what.
Yeah, I zipped your statements to Nikki and saying like maybe we could really solidify that and let people know that if you do want to, I know personally that there have been city staff, myself, and other people that come in and see if somebody needs something. But I've given that to Nikki, and we'll see where we go out with that. Whether it's you want to round up, we really hit it with more because we really didn't really advertise it because then we decided, well, who dictates who gets it, who doesn't, how many times you get it. Then I think we talked to Elada, and we are trying to work with them to have them do it, and like, we'll have the funds, and if they have somebody that needs their water bill, but is it just senior citizens, is it anybody? I think that's where we left it with, at the end, and correct me if I'm wrong, girls.
Nope, the LA, they came in that one.
Yeah. So we'll definitely advertise it and see if it gains some traction. And like I said, we have a line that God, when did we do that? A couple years ago? It was when we did the food pantry, I think, because we had the same thing and everything was closed down. So yeah. What would you like to see? Like, would you like, give me some like help? Like, what would you like to?
Yeah, I think in a prior city that I lived in, there was an option on the water bill, right, where you could donate extra if you wanted to, and then that money was put aside, potentially in this GL line here. And then when a citizen, and then again, you're right, there has to be such stipulations on if it's a certain income amount or is it just for a certain age amount. But this is my second summer where I've had senior citizens reach out to me saying that, you know, my yard is dead. I have no money to water my yard, right? And so can you help me figure out an option? And my response is, I'm just trying to keep the water bill as low as possible right now. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I was wondering if that's an option, if that's something that could go on the statement itself, right? So.
How does that work with the statement, Tiff? Sorry.
We've done quite a bit of research by the way. So the bill pay and online payments through our portal, it cannot be done through that. And that is because as a person declares what they're going to pay, it goes for the fund amount directed to their account. It's automated. It can be done over the counter, so the person walks in and it'll be on there, but adding it to the statement when almost 80% of our customer base pay either through their bill pay, which wouldn't be an option, or online direct pay or through our portal. So we would capture roughly, what do we say, Paula, almost like 250-ish accounts over the counter, like walk-in. But we are trying to run the reports today to capture like specific how every customer pays in. And like I could tell you in the 9 days right now in September, we've transacted, what is that, 678 cards combined in our online portal alone. So a lot of people pay. I don't want to say it's not a possibility to add the box, but the only way to occur has to be a walk-in person doing it, if that makes sense.
So I guess, Mayor, this is a shout out to the citizens tonight. If you have any ideas on how you would best would like to be reached out by the city to see how this potentially come to fruition, I'd be happy to hear that, or we'd be happy to hear that, and see if someone else has a grander idea than that. So
yeah, we dialogued quite a bit with Castell and our Invoice Cloud, which does a lot of our software, and they started talking about, well, you know, if my bill was $50 and I wanted to donate, I could just email. But in the world we live in, where emails sometimes are fraud, that's the last thing we would like to be encountered with. And then Paula brought up a valid point: is what if somebody donates, but then they have NSF, or then their payment gets rejected, and so then now we're trying to work through that and tracking. Well, they did a $10 donation, and then their funds are not good. So there's a lot of moving parts that we also have to capture internally, and I do believe a policy or a resolution needs drafted on the guidance of staff and how it will be administered internally. So.
I think right now at this, I think we're all willing to give. I think the best thing is to send out a shout out to everybody in the city saying, hey, if you would like to give, please bring in your money, and we'll code that into the right thing. But then Tiff's right, we need to do a resolution of who gets it, who doesn't. Can you get it one time? Can you get it multiple times? Those are, like I said, we're willing to help. That's for sure. That's why we started it. And then all the things we just talked about tonight got like, you're like, oh, okay, if I do this, then that's going to happen. If I do that, you know, so like, I think the citizens would definitely contribute, especially the senior citizens.
Okay. Yeah, I have no problem. I can get started on that resolution and then run it by council,
Perfect.
and we can go from there.
Thank you.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, if anybody wants to donate, we do have a line item.
I think Councilwoman Garvey has something to say.
Go ahead, Councilwoman.
I have not, but just, thank you.
Okay. No, she said
Oh.
it's good.
Okay.
Mayor.
Councilman Harjo?
Oh.
Councilman Brennan?
Oh, thanks. I just, in final comments here, I wanted to give a shout out to everybody who worked at or volunteered for AFAD. It was a great event, and glad to see everybody come together again for such a great community highlight event for our town.
Mayor, that was my sentiment as well.
That was going to be mine. All right. Anything else? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget to unturn the thingy. So.
Yeah, this thing's not gonna work. I'm not doing this.
Not in the middle of a meeting?
Oh,